So you're saying all my bags are fake from China? Oh, hell nah. I feel I got scammed, guys. And you guys know I like the trunks. I got the good stuff. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm watching all these videos about the Chinese exposing the luxury market and what people are saying about that. And if you didn't watch my other video, check it out. I was on recently on Fox News talking about this whole drama. So check that out if you haven't already. Grab a snack and come on back. And I was thinking to myself, wait, me. Uh-huh. Yeah, your Prada outfit is probably from China. You're upset too. You spent a lot of money on that. This is insane,
guys. Got on his app and said all the luxury items are made in China and they only go to Italy to have the tag put on it, the designer tag. And once that designer tag is put on it, now it can say made in Italy because only that small little percentage was actually made in Italy, but that's all it takes to say made in Italy. Now it makes it over here to our designer boutiques and we're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for something that was in fact made in China, not Italy. I don't care how much you're spending on a thing. Chances are it is coming from China. The only part that was actually made in Italy was when they put the designer tag on there. And this is why the wealthiest of wealthy people buy inspired by items. Why? Why would you spend the whole thing? Listen, I did a whole series on Birkins, and in one of the, you can see it in my like viral things I have pinned up there, but one of the videos was talking about the Birkin sort of like Tupperware party that all the wealthy Upper East Side women in New York have. They're not spending money on real Birkins. They're not shucking and jiving for Birkin. They call the people over in China and get the same. Yeah, so if you know, you know, the people actually have Birkin connects direct to manufacturer. That's how they're getting them made. But the wealthy people, the people who are not like going through the foolishness of the Birkin game, the people who could care less because they don't need to look rich, they're actually not trying to look rich because they are wealthy. That's the difference. Those are the people I'm talking about. But y'all,
my Labubu. Thank you so much. You know, you ask American people if they have Chinese products in their home. Yes. I mean, I'm looking right at it. I got Korean skincare. Some of these products they're probably came from China, you know? And I was thinking to myself, you know, when I saw these videos come up, it just mind blew me. And let me tell you why. Because you see something like this, right? And Louis Vuitton will say that this trunk is their heritage, that they're known for the spirit of travel, and how buying this is buying into that heritage of the house of Louis Vuitton, right? And you think about it, and a bag like this is what, $5,000, $6,000, and it has these hardware pieces, and it's stamped right here, and it says Louis Vuitton Paris, and then when you really think about what these people are saying, that the Chinese are assembling these pieces, and then it's shipped to France so that France can add a logo on it, add some patent pending, because I believe Louis Vuitton owns the patent to this you know, mechanism, that the lock, I think it's called is it the S-lock? It's a specific name for it. And you're just adding that, and then you can slap made on Paris, because if the majority of it, 90%, let's just say, for example, is made in China, you ship it to France and you add your stamp. Sorry about that. And now you can put made in France because you add your stamp. Maybe they'll clean up, you know, 1212. And I'm like, no, because I'm under the illusion that this was handcrafted by an artisan in Paris. And, you know, if you guys watch some of my earlier videos, there's a video I made on YouTube called, I went to the Louis Vuitton house. And I did. Me and my team, I spent so much money at Louis Vuitton that they invited me to the house of Louis Vuitton. That video is up on my channel. I flew to Dallas, Texas. I saw the house. It's called a Rochambeau. Behind the house is a factory. and I toured the factory, and I saw, no disrespect, I saw little Mexican women sewing bags, doing jump stitches, and I was like, although I loved it, that it was providing jobs for American people in Texas. And the day I left, Donald Trump came and he cut the ribbon and he made the paper about how he loves welcoming Louis Vuitton, LVMH to Texas and creating jobs for the people. And which recently there's been complaints about that now, years later. But I left there thinking like, and yes, I did make a purchase. I bought another trunk. And I left there thinking to myself, like, you know, here I am thinking that these bags, these rare coveted bags, this is the Speedy trunk. We all know the iconic Speedy bag. This is the trunk version. That it's made in France. And then here it is, made in my backyard in Texas. And I'm thinking, like, this is not fair. It's like I'm sold an illusion of something. And then I thought to myself, well, I had a friend of mine on the phone. They said, well, Rich, they're selling you an experience. They're bringing you the water, the macarons, the champagne. They're selling you this story. And you buy into it. But you need to know you're paying for the name. Food for thought. Okay, and I feel like an idiot when you have a Chanel bag like this one right here. China. Another Chanel bag, the lunchbox. China? You mean China? Look, my phone is so shook right now. My phone is so shook, it just fell. My phone can't even handle what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Why are brands selling you this story that there are artisans handcrafting these pieces, right? By hand, and there's a man who was born and raised in I don't know, Nice, and he's handcrafting these things. And you buy it and you think you're buying into something, and then to find out most of it's made in China, it gets shipped to Paris, they got a few stitches, and they stamp it made in France. Girl, that's fake the house. That is all fake to me. Look, this is one of my original pieces I bought back in the day from Louis Vuitton. And I have been to the Louis Vuitton store a few times, because if you have this specific wallet, then you know that this right here you can start seeing the silver because it's gold. But with time, you can start seeing the brass start to fade and it goes to silver. You can take it back in. They will replace this right here. No charge. Even this part right here. No charge. This is an old piece that I've had. This is now like $450. This little piece, not even real leather. On top of that, it's not even real, it's canvas. And you get this piece right here. When I bought it, it was like around $200. Now this is $400. It's insane, right? Bethany Frankel made some statements. I had played it on my other video, but I'll probably throw it up here because it really made sense here to put it in this part of the video. When I look back about the amount of money I spent on authentic bags, to then know that these bags are made in China, you mean I could have just bought a knockoff, girl? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, because I'm not new to this. I'm used to this. I have seen knockoff bags. I can pick one up and say, damn, it looks kind of slouchy. I don't know, it looks kind of crooked. You know, why is it so light? Right? And I can pick up a real bag and say, oh, this is heavy. Oh, this is thicker material. Oh, how soft that is. Oh. And I can tell. But I'm not walking up to you and saying, "Let me hold your bag. Let me see. Let me look inside so I see the stamp." That is rude. If you see somebody coming out of a Rolls Royce, $1 million mansion, and they got a nice bag on them, you're just gonna assume that it's real. It's a Rolls Royce, a big mansion. Look, they're wearing latest fashions. You wouldn't think twice about that. But now it's been exposed that there are groups of women, and I heard about this story in Manhattan, New York, that these groups of women in Manhattan, New York, they get together, these little parties, and they purchase A+++ replica bags. Dupes. Now, mind you, a Birkin bag, if you haven't seen my video on that, you can see mine. We went on the news about that. My Birkin bag, what's a Birkin bag? $27,000? $17,000? You can get you a nice replica Birkin bag for about $500. That's still a lot of money for a replica bag. That's the lot. $500 for a replica bag, but it looks so good. And if you're a wealthy woman or a wealthy man, and you're walking around with these bags, no one's gonna think twice about it. And of course, there's also celebrities that have knockoff bags as well. But no one's walking up to them and saying, "Let me see the inside." If you're getting photographed for the paparazzi, and you already know it, you would think that it's real. But I've seen a few celebrities rock some bags I ain't never seen before, I'll tell you that much. And it's opening up the American people's eyes to like, damn, everything's a scam, girl.
All of my Birkin bags are from China. Just kidding. Or am I? Everybody's talking about those Chinese manufacturers being like, "Oh yeah, we make Birkin bags in our Chinese factories." Actually, they're not made in Paris. And it kind of reminded me of the Walmart Firkin conversation that was happening like not super long ago. Whether or not you believe that Hermes bags are made in China and then sent to France to put the finishing touches, or they're made in France with the expert craftsmanship and whatever, somebody wants your money and we're all victims to status. There's like two kinds of people that buy an authentic Hermes bag in the first place. The kind of person that loves fashion, they love the craftsmanship, they love the history, they love what goes into making a bag like this. Or the kind of person that just like buys it for status, to let you know that, hey, I'm rich as fuck. Conversely, you have people that like the bag and probably can't afford it, and then you have people who probably could afford the bag but think the price is unreasonable. There's like different kinds of combination of people we can make here, but no matter where you lie on the spectrum, you are just as valid as the next person. Basically, even if you bought an Hermes bag from a Chinese guy on WhatsApp, you're still servicing Hermes in the same way. Ultimately, it all perpetuates the desire for status, which is why this bag could even be sold for this price. Like, it does not make sense for a bag to be $30, $40, even $100,000. We all know this. Hell, even Hermes knows this. Because the odds are, if you were going to buy this bag from a Chinese factory or you were going to get the Firkin, the bag was out of budget. And that's perfectly okay. But you were never going to go to the Hermes boutique and buy the bag from them. Hell, people who can even afford the bag can't even go to the Hermes boutique and buy a bag from them. But that's kind of the point. They rely on the exclusivity and the image of the bag even more so than actually getting money from the bag. Like, that's actually more important than making sales from selling the bag. Because selling a lifestyle, making something aspirational is what keeps people interested in, what keeps it in the conversation. Whether or not we can actually own it or not, we continue to talk about it. I think a big part about all of this is how you view fashion. A lot of people understand fashion not from the lens of an art form, for an appreciation of craftsmanship, for heritage, history, all this stuff, but for status. And when that's the lens you view fashion through, you're gonna end up spending a lot of money on expensive things to present a level of wealth, or you're gonna spend that money on dupes to also present a level of wealth. Even if you don't buy fashion, you can still see it through the same lens, as more of an industry and less as an art form. But instead of buying into it, you're just gonna be saying fuck you to those other two kinds of people. I mean, if you love something, fashion, whatever, anything, if you really love something, you love what goes into it, you're passionate about it, an untrue version of that thing is always gonna disturb you. Like, no matter what it is. The essence of the untrue undermines the passion and craftsmanship and dedication to everything that goes into said thing that you care about. Again, this is beyond fashion. This could be anything. It's not that you might want your thing to be inaccessible to other people. It just undermines the story that you fell in love with. The reality is, no one likes a poser. Like, we don't like fake anything. We don't like fake people. Everyone hates when somebody pretends to be something they're not, or pretends to know something about something they don't. Like, nobody likes fake shit. Then when it comes to this bag, that all just seems to go out the window. And I think that's because status gets presented to the whole equation. So most of us try to feed into it, or try to spit in its face by adopting inauthentic versions, but that inadvertently just feeds the same machine. Anyways, as for me personally, I really could give a shit if your bag was real or fake. I spent like too much money on this bag, but that's because I actually really love this bag. It's a rare bag. It was a dream bag. So when I had the opportunity to get it, I was like, oh, hell yeah. If you came up to me and told me you had the same bag and you got it for like $100 from DHgate, I would honestly, first of all, I'd actually be in shock. And then I'd probably talk to you about it, and then we'd have a laugh, and then just like go our separate ways. That's because even though part of why I bought this bag is because it's obviously an Hermes Birkin, is because I bought it mainly because I just liked it. Like, I really like it. And since I really like the bag, it really doesn't mean shit else to me if somebody has the same bag but it's fake or it's real or whatever. Like, that doesn't affect me because I have the bag that I want and I like. And I do appreciate having the real deal. That's what makes it special to me. And while, yes, we have the conversation about, reps and dupes feed into overconsumption, waste, the materials that they use, authentic items do the same shit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like the industry that I have a special interest in does any good for the environment that I live in. Calls coming from inside the house. Regardless, I always try to go secondhand. I got this Hack 50 secondhand. I got it from eBay. And then I got this Hack 40 secondhand from eBay as well. So I recommend going secondhand for, everything. Ultimately, somebody somewhere wants your money, whether it's on WhatsApp or in a boutique. If it's not your money they want, then your attention and your perception will do just fine.
All right, guys. So all that to say this is that will I still be buying luxury goods in the future? And the answer is yeah. Yeah. Because you know why? For me, why I started buying bags in the beginning of it all is one, because I think it's cool. All right. I'm trying to get a thumbnail, guys. I think it's cool. Oh no, we should do a dramatic thumbnail. Like, there we go. Is that good? Is that good enough for you guys? But also, one, I think is cool. But two, I understand that there's this level of exclusivity, of status, and I like points. I like collecting points to become a platinum member, like stuff like that, right? I'm a star belly sneech, stuff like that, right? And I just always have been fascinated with that, right? And I think that bags, when they set to exorbitant amounts of cost, is because it's giving like a little snotty, I'm expensive, you're so cheap, I'm better than you, so a little fun tongue-in-cheek vibe. But there's the conversation of art. And no matter how you slice it or dice it, when you buy an authentic and they're giving you a brand like this, is giving you their stamp of approval, even though they only had it, they just put the stamp on there at first in Paris. Right, they're giving their stamp of approval. You expect it to be at a higher quality than the China manufacturer plant, right? So I do think there are really good dupes. I do think that in China, they're making really great bags that look just as good as the final stamp of approval. But when you have, it's kind of hard to say, because not everyone, I know there's people watching this who's never went into Louis Vuitton and made a purchase, or went into Gucci and made a purchase, right? And you expect like a high level of customer service, and you expect things, an experience, right? And I think that when you follow through that way, you're able to see the difference between you buying it from the China factory, it gets sent to your home, then you're missing out on the box, the ribbon, the experience, the connection with the SA, buying into the brand, getting invited to maybe little launch parties that they might have in store and things like that. But not only that, it's just there's something about the China bags that are going to be just slightly a little bit off that you would know about. Because to the general public, when you're walking with it, they're not going to be able to clock it. Unless it's a very poorly made manufacturer from that factory. And not only that, not all the factories in China that are making these dupe bags are good quality, because then you have like you have some really horrible looking dupes, bags that are never even made before. Then you got some that are really nice made. I get the gig. There's a whole industry behind it. Was it Canal Street, New York City? Everyone talks about that. And then don't even get me started on the jewelry and the fake Van Cleefs and the fake Cartier love bracelets. We've seen that all the time. I see every influencer wearing it. It's just a very sad time. And I think that this was a hit piece. I think China made those videos to somehow deteriorate the luxury market in America. And not only that, but deteriorate, the Parisian market as well too. But that's just my opinion, guys. So, it sucks because you think that these bags are handcrafted in Italy, handcrafted in France. And to find out that they weren't, that there's a factory in Texas that are making these bags. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of, Very interesting. Is it all an illusion? I think so. Is it all paying for the name? But it's just the world that we live in. And I hope that you guys one day can maybe experience that. And there's some people who don't even care, you know? And I think it's all just part of the moving and the shaking and the money making and all that stuff like that. And sad to say, it's a little fun. It's fun. A little bit, it's fun. Not knowing that you're getting scammed is fun, but like, you know, when you buy a house, you know you're overpaying. You buy a car, you know you're overpaying. At this point, it's like we're all getting effed over if you really think about it. But now I think more than ever, consumers are waking up. So let's talk. All my bags are made in China? No, but maybe, right? And so does knowing that take away from the fact that does take away from the fact that I'm not gonna buy it anymore? No, I'm still gonna buy luxury fashion because I think it's cool. I think there's art behind it. It's not about it being practical or functional or anything like that. There's status behind it. I think there's also something fun about owning something that's so special that not many people can have, and they're like, oh my God, that's so cool, right? And it goes down to shoes too and sneakers. And how many people are buying like, you know, busted sneakers that look fake the house? You know, we've all seen stuff like that. And I do think that there is a market for people who love to buy really well-looking knockoffs, and there is a market for people who love to buy straight from the store, from the boutique, and there is a market for people who like to buy like the real and fashion file, and there is a market for people who like to buy thrifting clothes or clothes from Dillard's or Macy's or Saks Fifth Avenue. There's this market for all that. I like to think of myself as I like it all. I like buying pieces that is very rare, you know, like a pink Chanel bag. Like a Speedy. We all seen a Speedy bag, but have you seen one in a trunk form? You know what I'm saying? Like a camera box that's in the trunk, stuff like that. The Kusan by Takashi Murakami. And I like this because the chain that you can take off the chain, wear it around your neck. So there's so much fun stuff like that I like, right? And then to put a dangly little monster called a Labubu that's wearing fake Prada on your real bag. You know what I'm saying? It's all just stupid. Just have fun. Buy what you want to buy. Buy what you can't. Wait, what is it? Buy what you can, not what you want, right? Do what you can, not what you want. And just have fun. And just have respect for the artist side of things, you know? That's all I'm saying. Is that there's this whole other side of it just being art. And I'm sitting here in front of you with my authentic Labubu, wearing fake Prada clothing, you know, with my Louis Vuitton trunks. A good example right here. Okay, right here. Hold on, let me show you. My Prada serum, because Prada has skincare. My Prada serum sitting on a pink donut, right? With my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream moisturizer, I'm looking at my camera sitting next to a pink phone. You know, it's all a mix and match of fun and wacky quirkiness. It's like a little bit of Pee-wee's Playhouse, you know? That's like the vibe. But anyways, I just want to get out there and make that video and just let y'all guys know what I was thinking about this topic. You guys showed so much love on my last video, and I appreciate every comment, every like, and so many people will follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. And get out there and find me. It's the same name everywhere. I'm everywhere with the same name. You can get out there and find me. I go live on TikTok, and don't forget, you can join. We have members. You can click that member button. I think it's join. Click the join. You can join the team. Be a sneaky snake. And I really am having a lot of fun here with the little community that I have. We are small and strong, small and powerful. I love you guys so much. And thank you guys just for all the love and support with everything that you guys, every comment. You know, I really try to get in there and I try to write you back. I try to leave a little heart, a like, a comment, and really be engaging with you guys. And you guys are the ones who afford me my Birkin bags and houses and penthouses and Rolls Royces and cars and house, whatever. So of course I want to get in there and leave some likes and comments and stuff like that. It is not missed upon me. And I just want to say thank you guys so much, because you guys have really let me live a dream of my wildest imaginations. It's just like, thank you guys so much. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Even the haters. Even the people come on here. You're a hater. I love y'all too. Thank you for the engagement. Appreciate it. Love it all. Anyways, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And we haven't even got into luxury makeup. Oh, bye guys. Mwah.